Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Bearded Respect, episode number 127. And welcome back, Mike.
Thank you.
Seems like it's been forever since we had you actually on the show.
I know it's been 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Three.
Yeah,
Three,
yeah.
yeah.
But you had a lot of great shows in my absence. I watched them all. So
Well, thanks. And everyone, once again this week, we do not have a soundboard. My part won't be in till tomorrow, I'm told. So hopefully next week.
Jason just has to make the noises now.
Oh yeah, I tried last week, just with one, but okay. Let's get started here. We got John Fox.
Before we
go ahead.
Before we start, can we post the giveaway link?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to.
Oh, I thought you already did.
Well, I did, but can you pin it? I don't know.
Oh, I can pin it.
Yeah. So just before we start, there's 3 giveaways tonight from 3 different companies. One of them's from Scott, I think, or from us.
Yeah, it's from us. It came from the money that we got for our merch.
Yeah. And then we have 2 other companies that have also donated to give away tonight. So enter on that link for Gleam. And
now pinned in the chat.
And we'll draw it later. All right, Jason, I'm done.
No problems. So again, John Fox. Hey John. And then we got John Drennan. Not only first, but not even the first John. That's correct.
Second John.
What's up, Foxy? What's up, Drennan?
How you doing?
Hey Bayard, making butters. Might be in and out.
That's okay.
Yep. Hey Michael. Good to see you
How
on
you
this
doing?
fine Thursday night. There we go. Hello, Becky.
Hey, Becky. Hey, honey.
Miss Bruce City. Hey, Brad.
What's up, Brad?
Hey, Brad. How you doing?
And Amber. I wanted to make a point to make sure. I forgot to comment on one of your comments last week when I said about one of the places where Michael was and the show. And you said about the show being spicy. Yes, very spicy. Almost every episode is spicy. And I don't necessarily know that it needs to be. Even though I'm a guy and I like spicy scenes, we don't need it every episode. But anyway, yeah. I remember seeing your comment.
And Amber, thanks for sharing the show out in your story. We appreciate it.
Definitely.
Whiskers and Whiskey.
Whiskey and Whiskers.
How you doing?
There he is. There's Kevin. We missed him last week. Amber said she had him locked up in the shed.
What's up, Kevin?
Wonder what he did to end up there.
And there's the link. Make sure you enter for the giveaways. Hey JP, good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
What's up, JP?
Hey Chris.
Hey, Chris.
True North Chris.
I have our collab in tonight as well.
Nice.
Nice. I've got something in from one of our future guests that they sent me to try out.
Ooh,
Hey, Emo. Good to see
emo.
you. Frickin' Frack. Good to
How
see
you
you.
guys doing?
There's Devo.
Devo,
Hey,
what's
Heaven.
up?
How's it going?
Hey. Educated Beard stopping in to hear the travel
Hey.
stories.
What's up, Educated Beards?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Oh, you like that hat? Straight from Ireland. I might have to take it off. It's wool.
Hey, it getting warm?
It's getting warm already.
There. The bearded pork chop.
Pork chop.
How you doing?
Well, we've got a lot more Canadians tonight than usual. Pork chop, Devo, Educated Beards.
That's because you're here.
Okay, and we're caught up so far.
Woo.
All right. So the link for the giveaway is in the chat, or it's pinned, I think. And one of the prizes is from the Bearded Respect. It's a gift card to Copper John's.
Yep.
Another prize is from True North Beard Co. And then the third one is from Educated Beards. So you got 3 chances. You just got to enter once with your email and government name. And this is kind of like a thank you for watching our show and picking us over the presidential debate tonight.
I didn't even know it was on.
Yep.
Yeah.
How dare they schedule during our show at 9 p.m.
And also next week, I'd appreciate if we get a big showing because I was able to schedule a guest for a holiday show.
Yeah.
Because our show will actually be on the 4th of July. And we were able to get Pedro from Black Rebel, which should be a great show.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't do a lot of shows, so. And we have a lot of great guests coming up that I was able to get scheduled. So, keep tuning in, and some of them are even some companies I've been asked to get on the show. So, it should be a fun couple months anyway.
Yeah, Scott's got us booked throughout August. So we're going to be busy.
Yep.
We won't get into the politics, but I kind of wanted to watch it just to kind of like shake my head the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll watch I don't know. I probably won't watch it at all. I'll watch the highlights, I guess.
I'm sure there'll be a lot of things posted on social media.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
From both sides.
That's not the RNC, is it?
Hmm?
The Republican National Committee or whatever?
What's not the RNC?
Tonight.
No, it's the debate.
No,
Yeah,
Trump debate.
it's Trump and Biden, yeah.
Yeah, because the RNC's in Milwaukee. They're talking about shutting down the highways and Lake Michigan, and I believe that's on a Sunday.
Yeah.
They told both.
Yeah, my political philosophy is like Brewster's Millions, if you remember that movie, with Richard Pryor and John Candy. None of the above.
Yeah.
When he ran for mayor,
Yeah.
he ran as none of the above. But that's enough politics talk.
Yep. We don't do politics here.
That's right. That's right. So, anything else before we kind of get into my thing?
The only other thing I'd say is I've got the merch shop. We've got it scrolling at the bottom. If you want to check it out, that's how we're doing one of the giveaways tonight. So
Yeah.
the more we have incoming, the more giveaways we're gonna be able to do in the future.
Yep, we're giving it right back to you, which is awesome.
Yeah, I've heard from somebody that there isn't a beard there, but I know he does a lot of cologne and loves scents, so everybody's welcome.
What's up, Ray? 20 spray Ray.
How you doing, Ray?
I saw babysitter Justin here.
And we have a beard addict.
Scott. What's up, Scott? And Corey.
Yeah. Hey, Corey.
Hey, Corey. Thanks for joining us. Who's Leather Zaddy?
I don't know.
Who's that, Jeff?
No, that was Emo.
No, Chris's alter ego from
Oh.
Instagram. It could be Beardsaholics and intoning us. I think most of us in here would admit we have a problem of some sort.
Yeah.
I know my wife would tell you I do.
Oh, yeah. Especially if she knew the real size of your collection.
Oh, she sees it every day.
Our therapy session. We will gladly be your guys' therapy.
Hey, Dynamite.
Hey, Dynamite. Thanks for joining us. And congratulations on that trophy you got.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Pretty cool looking trophy. Amber's got a problem.
Is it named Kevin?
No, she says her collection's bigger than Kev's.
Oh man, sorry, I'm trying to arrange my windows here and I messed it up. That's why Scott gets paid the big bucks to do this stuff, because I can't.
Are you sporting a kilt tonight?
I am not, Brad. I had thought about it because I did buy a kilt in Scotland, but I was pretty busy at work and basically just got to the show just in time. And,
who's going to see it?
And yeah, who's going to see it? So, but this weekend I plan on wearing it to a Celtic thing. So Scottish festival in Colorado. So I'll take pictures for you, Brad.
So where do we want to start?
All right. So if you didn't know, I went on a trip with my family to the British Isles, and I'm just going to show some pictures and kind of talk about where I went and what we did, and answer any questions that, you know, if you're wondering anything about the United Kingdom, and Ireland, and France too. We went to France as well. So let me go back one slide here. So this is basically the rear end of the ship that we were on. It was a cruise, a big cruise. And prior to getting to that, here we are in the airplane. So this is my wife and 2 boys, and we flew 9 hours straight from Denver to London, which was cool that it was straight. There was no layovers, but 9 hours is quite a long time. Fortunately, we left at night. We left at like 8:30 p.m. and then we landed in London around noonish. So it was at night. I mean, so you're kind of tired already. But yeah. And
oh,
go ahead.
I mean, can I interject with questions
Yeah, absolutely.
as we're going?
Because I can't see anything really.
Yeah. Okay. One question that I had was, okay, so you left at 8:30 at night and arrived noon over there. That was one of my questions. How was it adjusting to the time change? I mean, did it take you long? I mean, now granted, I know you're in the military. You were in the military, but that's been quite a few years ago. So
long time.
So and your wife was in the military too. I apologize, but yeah, I'm sure it's been years. So doing that time change, I'm sure took some getting used to still.
Actually, it didn't seem too bad when going there. It was coming back that it was worse. Like, I think it was because we left at night. Like, that just helped. Because
yeah,
because we're flying at nights. That's when we usually would sleep, and we get there at noon. Technically, it would have been like 6 a.m. in Denver.
yeah.
So, I mean, we're a little bit tired that day, but I think it was much worse on the way back because we flew there back. So, yeah. But yeah, here's us at the airport, and we had like arranged through our travel agent a ride from the airport to the hotel. We stayed one night in London. So as soon as we got to the hotel, we went out walking because, I mean, it was probably about 2 p.m. by the time we got to the hotel. They let us check in early. So we just went walking around London. And one of the first things that we saw was a defibrillator. Like, these are all over the city. And with my wife and I being nurses, we thought this is pretty cool to find a defibrillator. And this is kind of like all over the UK. Like, it's kind of like a standard thing. They just have them everywhere. I didn't look too closely at this, but it looks like you can phone, a call for emergency. And then, like, here's the AED down here.
Yeah, I was going to say, does it have wires that pull out?
Yeah, I think this is the box right here. I think you would just open it. But you probably have to call first. I don't know. I didn't look too close to it, but yeah. And then prior to going on our trip, we found out, we were just kind of like looking, what can we do in London that's like really quick, because we only have like a few hours before it's evening. And then the next day we go on a cruise. So both of my boys are huge history buffs. My youngest son, he just graduated from college in history, and he's going to be going to master's in history. So I found that the Winston Churchill War Room was near the hotel. So I purchased tickets, and once we get, I had them a couple weeks before we left. We get to London, figure out where this museum is. We're standing in front of this huge museum. It's got these two cannons right here. It was about a mile, or not even a mile, walk from the hotel. The ticket to the Churchill War Room was like, we had to be there at 3:30 p.m., I think. And we had gotten to this museum by 3. And to discover that it wasn't at this museum. Fortunately, most of the museums in England are free to get in. So like you can just go to any museum and it's free. It's the special ones like the Churchill War Room that you have to pay for. But met this amazing person that was right at the help desk when we walked in. Because we walked in there, the place is huge. I'm like, where's the Churchill War Room? And she's like, yeah, this happens all the time. She's like, have you ever been to London before? And she's like, have you ever taken a bus before? I'm like, no. So she like told us where exactly to walk to catch the bus, how to get on the bus, because riding a bus in London is different than America, and what stop to get off. So, and she's like, if you leave now, you can get there in 15 minutes. And we did. We got there right in time. So, but this was a pretty cool museum. I would like to go back and look at the museum inside. It'd be really cool to see inside here. But here is the inside of the Churchill War Room. So this is kind of like the war room for World War II. Huge museum. Like this section was huge. I'm only showing a couple pictures from it, but this is like the actual office where they made those decisions.
Yeah, it looks familiar from the movies I've seen on Churchill.
Yeah, but like the museum shows like their quarters that they lived in, like the dining area, like and all these other things. So interesting to get there. We ride on the bus, and London buses are those double deckers, those red double deckers that you see in movies. They're all like cashless system, so you have to scan your credit card. Like you don't even get to talk to the bus driver or anything like that. The thing is though, they don't have any signs to like point you to where to scan your credit card. She told us there were to be this green circle on the wall, and you just put your credit card on it. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, that's no problem. But when you get on the bus, like I saw the green circle, but I didn't see anything around it. Like there was no sign saying scan here or pay here or anything. So we kind of just like stood around at the front of the bus, and the bus driver kind of like nodded, like, come on, get on with it. So we just took our seats. We didn't pay. And rode a couple miles and got off. So, but yeah, very weird. This was outside the Churchill War Room. This is actually a memorial for World War I. And then you can see behind there, this big red double decker. Those are all over the city. And then right here, you probably recognize this clock, this tower. This is Big Ben. For the moment, I can't think of the name of the place. Behind it's the Parliament. I think this is called like Queen Victoria Tower. And Big Ben is actually the bell inside. So this section is not Big Ben. It's actually the bell, but everyone refers to it as Big Ben. Just another shot of that. And then this is a place that we ate. So this was close to the hotel. Fuller, Smith, and Turner. So Fuller's beer is pretty big in England. They brew it there in London. And we sat outside, had some beer, had some burgers. Probably one of the most expensive meals I've paid.
Wow.
Well, actually, my boys, I think they had burgers. I had like the fish and chips. I think my wife had a burger. And yeah, if anyone has ever eaten in Times Square, New York City, it's pretty equivalent to that. Like you can go to New York City, Applebee's, Times Square, and the Applebee's and pay $30 for a burger. And London's pretty much the same. I could not believe how much I spent just for that dinner. I was like, man, London's so expensive. And then at night we took a walk around Big Ben, and behind us, I don't think I took a picture of it. I didn't. Oops. Behind us was this walkway along the river, and they had this COVID memorial. Off the top of my head, I can't remember how many deaths from COVID they had, but they had a rose for each one along this wall that probably went for like a mile. So this slideshow, if you guys get bored with it, I don't blame you. It's like 70 pictures long, but it's cut down to like 1,600 pictures. So.
Well, I got a couple pinned questions I'll throw at you right now.
Yeah.
20 Spray Ray wants to know how many times did you eat beans for breakfast in the UK?
0. 0. I did not eat any beans. Actually, I don't think we ate breakfast anywhere in the UK, except for because we ate breakfast on the ship. We would eat breakfast and then go on our excursion. So,
yeah, the breakfast is what they're known for, is their English breakfast.
Yeah. So actually, I did not get to see that at all.
Another question here from Triple B. Did you find the entrance to Diagon Alley, or is it really that muggle-proof?
I have no idea what that is.
That's
that's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know anything about Harry Potter.
Okay. And then the last question so far we got, John Fox wants to know, did you go on the London Eye?
No. I'm trying to remember what that is.
It's like a big Ferris wheel.
Oh, yeah. We walked by it. Yeah, we walked by it. It's right next to the Parliament. It's like across the river from it. It was on the same side as our hotel. But yeah, we did not go on it. No. It's huge, though.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like, it's enclosed. Like, it's not open to air. It's all enclosed, I noticed.
And Tara wanted to know if you had a pager on that table where you were eating.
Yeah, where you were eating. She says, is that a pager?
Is that a pager? I don't see anything that looks like a pager.
Yeah. No.
Everyone's got their phones out. So the next day, we went to Stonehenge, which is just amazing. You really cannot get too close to it, so which is a nice thing, because then I could take a picture with no one in it. But literally, there's people all around this, but it's just spaced out well enough that you can take a picture and not really see anyone. If you look real closely behind it, you can see the people. But Stonehenge was just amazing. And I don't know if you saw this in the news, but just about 10 days after we were there, someone had spray painted orange on the stone to do a protest. But yeah, here's the family in front of Stonehenge.
Becky was asking me if you were at Stonehenge when that happened.
No, thank God. Like, because, man, that would have been horrible to see. You know, like,
yeah.
I mean, so many people were there, and I saw like a little bit of a clip of it, and I think those were just visitors trying to stop them. Like, because there's like I didn't notice any security around it. I know there's like park rangers, but they weren't like real visible. Like, because you have to walk to get to this area. Like close to a mile from the visitor center. So I think those were like just visitors that were trying to stop them.
Yeah.
But but Stonehenge is really cool to see. And this was just like on the way from our hotel to the cruise. We had just made like a little detour. We just paid a little bit extra to have this detour. And then
Tara wanted to know if you had any spotted dick.
no.
Supposedly those comments keep getting flagged. And the pager was actually an emoji that Chris put in the chat, supposedly.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's spotted dick. No, I don't recall seeing that. It might have been there. I don't know, but yeah.
Were there any monkey farts over there?
Yeah, of course. Of course, all over the place. Of course. Oh, KFC. There was a lot of KFC there. I was
Really?
surprised at how many KFCs I saw. I think I
Kinda
actually saw
interesting.
more KFC than McDonald's and Subway. So, like, I would say KFC was number 1, Subway number 2, McDonald's number 3, and I saw a couple Burger Kings. Yeah. So the first day off the ship, we stopped at Weymouth, England. And this was just kind of like a tour on our own. My boys actually went on an excursion, and then my wife and I, we just did the town on our own. This is a nice little town. It's like a vacation town. So people in England would just go there to kind of go to the beach. And there was actually people at the beach. It wasn't that warm. I mean, you can see, like, my wife's got a jacket on. But this king right here, this was his favorite area. So they kind of built it up after him. And then they kind of made a statue for him. This is George III, I believe. Then our next stop was Blarney Castle in Ireland. So we went to the port of Cobh, or it's pronounced Cove, Ireland, but it's spelled Cohb. And Blarney Castle is pretty famous. At the top, there's the Blarney Rock, or Blarney Stone, which is supposed to give you the gift of gab. And people kiss it. Like, if you kiss it, it gives you the gift of gab. Apparently, Winston Churchill went there. A lot of famous people have gone there. But this is the castle. I can't remember the year offhand. It's very old. Very cool that all these old castles are still up.
Yeah.
It was packed there. So the line to get up to the top to kiss the Blarney Stone, it was at a point, like, when we got in line, we were at the sign that says you're 90 minutes away. Or, like, we only had 2.5 hours there. So we decided not to go up to the top. And we talked to people that were in line around us, and they said that it took them 2 hours to get to the top. So they didn't get to see anything else, because by then they had to walk back to the bus to get back to the ship. So we're kind of glad we didn't do that. I mean, it would have been cool to go up there, but not wait for 2 hours. It's like you're at Disney World or something, like amusement park. Because you got to climb all these stairs to get up there. And, then you got to stand on your hands to kiss the stone. And so it takes a little bit of time. So we're glad we didn't. We just kind of walked around it, took a lot of pictures. There was caves that went underneath, which was really cool. I didn't include any because I really couldn't get any good, bright pictures enough to show. But just an awesome experience to be around something this old.
So are you able to go in those caves, or?
Yeah, we went inside the caves. There's a little bit of lighting. One of the caves was closed because there was bats in there. Yeah, we could walk in there. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
And this is just kind of like another section of the castle. They had this once. I don't know if I have a picture of it. No, I don't. I might. But like towards the entrance of the castle, it's like in this area to the left, there's what's called a murder room. And it's the entrance to the castle. And basically it was this room that had a hole on the ceiling. And they would just throw down like hot oil, rocks, swords to kill whoever was trying to break in. They called it. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Wow.
So this is another part of. So after that, the castle, we kind of went back to Cove, the town of Cove, where our ship was moored. We had a couple hours, so we walked through town, and this picture is a memorial to the Lusitania that sank off the shore of Cove, and this is like a memorial to all the survivors and people that died that washed up to shore. I think this was made not too long, maybe 5 years after it happened, but I just thought it was really cool. And then here's my first Guinness in Ireland. It was at Cove. Look at that. Doesn't that look good?
Yeah, they're good here. I can imagine they probably taste even better over there.
They do. They do. They taste so much better in Ireland. And I'll get to the reason why when I get to the slide. But Guinness tastes so much better in Ireland. This was right at the port. So this statue is immigrants leaving Ireland. And the same statue or a duplicate of the statue is at Ellis Island. That was pretty cool. And then this is in Dublin. So here's my son and I drinking Guinness at this pub. It was part of like our excursion. We ate there. There was live music. Pretty cool experience. Here's the guys. I was trying to get video. For some reason I couldn't get the video to load on here. So here is Leo Burdick Fish and Chips, and it's famous. It's the like original fish and chips of Ireland. The first store is like over 100 years old. If it sounds familiar, it's because this guy works there, Stephen Fleming. So I was able to meet Stephen Fleming in person. If you remember, a couple years ago, he was on our show. Maybe it was last year, I think, actually.
I think it was about a year ago.
Yeah, about a year ago. He was on our show. He works at Leo Burdick's. He's been there for a long time. This particular one that he works at isn't under the sign. They're all throughout the Ireland or throughout one. It's like a chain. But he is at the original store, and it's not eaten. It's only for takeout.
Yeah.
But on the wall, there's like all these celebrities that have been there. Like a couple weeks prior to me being there was Bruce Springsteen was there. So they had a picture of him and stuff like that. But the food looked great. Unfortunately, I couldn't try because I had just eaten at the pub prior to that. But Steven was really cool to meet him in person. And he told me, so I told him, I was like, man, the Guinness just tastes so much better here. And he said that because the Guinness plant is in Dublin, he said all the Guinness for Ireland is made in Dublin. All the Guinness made for the rest of the world is made in Nigeria.
No kidding.
That's weird.
I was like, holy cow. But someone else told me that they do make it in United States as well.
I bet, just for shipping purposes.
Yeah. I know they recently opened a plant in Maryland, but I don't know. But it does taste different regardless wherever it's coming from. The ones that we have are not from Ireland, the ones in America, and that's why it tastes so much different, I think. Just goes down so much more smooth.
So did you pack your suitcase full of them?
Yeah. No. So this is in Dublin, of course. This is Maggie Malone. Interesting story. You can see that her breasts are worn down because people keep rubbing them. And on the concrete here, it says "Leave me Malone." They're trying to get people to stop rubbing her breast for good luck.
Oh.
Here is, man, my brain is shot. I'm sorry, I can't remember all these things. After this week of work, this is a very famous cathedral in Dublin. Let me try to recall the name here real quick. St. Patrick's. So this is St. Patrick's, St. Patrick's Day. Apparently there's lots of people buried in the walls. I can't remember the whole story why they buried them in the walls, but that's how they did it. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh.
This is Dublin Castle, which looks awesome. And then on our just bus trips, we would just see these old abandoned castles off in the distance with nothing around it, no touristing scenes or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just these worn down castles on farms, which was pretty cool. Castles everywhere.
Maybe
Actually,
left over from World War II.
Yeah. Actually, I think this is in Scotland. This one here.
Yeah.
This one was fenced off, but still pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we're on to.
I'm going to hit you with some questions.
Okay. All right. We'll take a break.
We'll take a little break. Okay. One is Toll Booth Willie wanted to know, do you know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese over there?
I don't know.
Okay. Tara wants to know, she's asking for a friend if there are any Dunkin' Donuts in the UK.
I don't think I saw Dunkin' Donuts. However, I did see a Krispy Kreme.
Really?
Yeah. I was quite surprised at that.
And Chris kind of has a two-parter here. What was your favorite food on the trip?
Yeah, I had a lot of good food. The Irish food was really good. I had this kind of beef stew. The liquid part was black. I can't remember what it was, but it was really good. Yeah, everything that we ate outside the cruise ship was terrific. We didn't have a bad meal. Yeah, I really can't pick a favorite though. This food on the ship wasn't that great, so.
And then part two is, what was your favorite coffee?
Yeah, so I had a couple good coffees over there. So interestingly, I didn't really know this, but in Europe, or at least the countries I was in, they don't make a pot of coffee, and they don't really even know what that is. I went into the coffee shop, and they have Americanos, they have lattes, espressos, all these different things. You don't just buy coffee. at coffee shops there. And I even tried to explain, I was like, do you just have regular coffee, like a pot of coffee or pour over coffee? They had no idea what I was talking about. I was like, I'll take an Americano. I basically drank Americanos for 3 weeks. That's all I had were Americanos. I mean, Americano is basically the same as a coffee. It's just made different. I mean, Americano is like 2 or 3 shots of espresso, and then a bunch of hot water is added to it. So it's like it's a diluted espresso. I mean, pretty similar to pour over. But yeah, they don't know what that is. But I tried Irish whiskey coffee at Cove at Blarney Castle. Did not like it. I'm not a big whiskey fan though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did not like it. I especially don't like hot whiskey. Even with coffee in it, I didn't care for it at all. But yeah, the coffee in England was good. Everywhere I went was good coffee. Edinburgh, Scotland was probably the best coffee I had. Just this little shop that was outside the museum. I stopped there and it was really good. They're all Americanos.
Yeah, Emo says if you want coffee, go to Italy, Turkey, France, and Belgium.
Yeah.
He says you were in tea drinking countries.
Yeah, definitely. However, there was more coffee shops there than I've seen in America. Like, there was more coffee shops like in London and Dublin and Edinburgh. Like, every couple shops was a coffee stop. In France, I couldn't find a coffee spot at all. I could only find bars.
Yeah.
But yeah. Jameson cold brew, coffee, whiskey. Yeah, so I'll get to the Scotland whiskey. I'll get to that in a couple slides here, which was totally different experience than my Irish whiskey experience. So,
look, that's all I had.
Yeah. So this slide here is Orkney Island, Scotland. This is the Skara Brae, which was basically a bunch of houses together 5,000 years ago. Older than older than a lot of things. Older than the pyramids, basically. But these are the remains, the ruins of these houses, untouched. Like, they're like, I mean, this would be a huge mound over this, which has deteriorated just over time, like just natural deterioration. But this was pretty amazing to see. And then down the road from this is called the Circle or the Ring of Brodgar, which is older than the what do you call it? I can't think. Stonehenge. This is also 5,000 years old. It's just these pillars stuck straight up, which was pretty cool. Here's the boys.
And where was that? I know Scotland, but where?
Yeah, this is on Orkney Island. So it's one of the 900 islands of Scotland.
Was that Inverness?
No. So Inverness is on the mainland of Scotland.
Okay.
Yeah, Orkney Island. Just this real cool place. I mean, it's just pretty bare. Like, not many people. It's rural. Just a lot of farms, a lot of sheep. But this is where they had this Ring of Brodgar and these 5,000 year old stones. And so like Stonehenge, those pillars, when you look at it, you're seeing about 2/3 of it. 1/3 of it is in the ground. These, which are older, are much more shallow in the ground. So it's a mystery of how they've stood up with like wind and storms and 5,000 years. I mean, it's amazing.
There, they almost look thinner than you would expect them to.
Yeah. So, and I think that's probably just deterioration over time.
Yeah.
This one was just a really big one that was there. But yeah, just these circles, ceremonial, I'm sure. There's not much literature on them. So they're just kind of like theories about it.
I told my wife when I seen you post them pictures and being in Scotland, I says, if you ever watched Outlander, that's where the time travel, space is gone. I told her, I said, look, here's the time travel stone, I said. But I think that was based in Inverness. So when you said you were in Inverness,
yeah,
I said, oh, look, he was in Inverness too.
Yeah. So this is Inverness. This is the castle, Inverness Castle, which was actually closed. They're repairing some things, so it was closed to public. This is just a cool thing I saw. Friendship is like whiskey. The older, the better. Too much of anything is bad, but too much of good whiskey is barely enough. In Scotland, they spell whiskey with KY, SKY. And then everywhere else, I believe it's SKEY. Right?
Yeah, there was a comment here about that.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
This was Father's Day, so it was actually just the two boys and I that went to Inverness. So we just kind of toured the town on our own. We bought kilts, Scottish kilts, made right there for the three of us. I don't have any pictures of us wearing them yet, but they'll be coming soon. This is a big unicorn statue. Apparently unicorns, like the country animal, official animal of the country. And here we are drinking Scottish whiskey. Because when in Scotland, right, you got to drink Scotch. So, and it was really good. So this is the Scotch that we had. It's single malt Scotch whiskey, Caribbean cask. So it was aged in a rum cask, which is probably why I liked it, because I'm a big rum fan. It was real smooth, really good. Here's an old church and cemetery that we were in Inverness. Just an old town, really cool. Here's a house from the 1600s that's still there. It's a museum now, and it was closed that day that we were there.
They knew how to build them back then.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like I said, like it's just amazing to see architecture this old. Older than America, of course. It's really cool. Every place that we went to, we kind of visited the war memorials, and this one was a pretty cool one about a nurse from Inverness who worked at like a medical place in Brussels during the First World War, and she was charged with assisting 130 people to escape from Belgium, which was German ruled at the time, and so she was executed by the Germans. Wow. By a firing squad. Here's our ship. I thought I should throw in a picture of that. We were on the
What's
15th
the
floor,
ship called?
all the way in the back. Princess. So it's Princess Cruise Line, and the one that does the British Isles is the Regal, the Princess Regal.
Okay, cool.
Yep. And this is Edinburgh Castle. From here, we're at the top floor. We're actually on the roof of a museum, the National Museum of Scotland. And I'm taking a picture of the castle, which is like across the town. If on the right here is kind of like stadium seating, as if you were to watch like a jousting match. It's kind of weird that it's there because it's like it's newer equipment, and then you got this very old castle right there. But here's just some pictures of Edinburgh from the top of the museum. I mean, all these buildings are just so old and still used. Like they're still being used. This is just kind of like looking down the street from the museum. This is a memorial to Mark Antony. So in the center there is a statue of Mark Antony. And then here is Edinburgh Castle. So this part right at the front, right where you can see the entrance at the bottom there, right of the dairy ice cream truck. This section right here was built in the late 1800s because I believe it was Queen Victoria wanted something to look nice in front of the castle because there was no like nice entrance to the castle. So she built this in front of the castle. I just thought that was interesting. So here's from the top of the castle, just looking over Edinburgh. And then here's some just side shots of the castle. A lot of the buildings have this kind of like black smut on it. That's like throughout. This right here is from the top. Like I'm on top of the castle looking down at one of the levels. This is a cemetery for dogs. This is like the Queen's dogs over the years.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can't remember how many there were, but yeah, cemetery for soldier dogs is what the sign says. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. There's a big old cannon on top of the castle. Look at the size of those cannonballs.
Yeah.
Inside the castle, here was a stained glass of William Wallace that you know from Braveheart. Mm-hmm. That William Wallace. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Here's just some more pictures of outside the castle. Edinburgh was probably the coolest city that we went to. It's just so much to see there. We could spend a whole week there, you know, looking at everything. Unfortunately, we only had a day. So more stained glass. I just thought this was really cool. And here's like under the castle, like this is like where the prison would be. And actually the quarters didn't look too bad. Like there was hammocks. I figured prisoners would just lay on the floor. In front of the castle is what's called the Royal Mile. And it's just basically a bunch of shops. This is the Royal Mile, Edinburgh.
So they're a mile and not a kilometer?
Yeah. And then our last stop was France. So we stopped in, what was the name of that town? Le Havre, France. So Le Havre is the port. It's close to Normandy. Le Havre was completely leveled on D-Day, and only 2 buildings remained. So since then, of course, they've built the city up, but it's not really a touristy city. That was just our port. Unfortunately, the excursions for Normandy had sold out before we can get it. We had an excursion for Paris, but we decided to cancel it and just do Le Havre on our own, just walk around the town. Basically we canceled it because it was a 3-hour drive to Paris from the port. So it would have been 3 hours there, a couple hours in Paris, and then 3 hours back.
Yeah.
We were just kind of like, there's no way I want to be on a bus for 6 hours. Yeah, so we just kind of walked around Le Havre, this is one of the buildings that survived D-Day. This is a Notre Dame Catholic church. It's not the Notre Dame of France, but it is called Notre Dame. And the other building that was survived is like a hotel. I didn't take a picture of it though. But in France, we just kind of walked around, didn't do too much. And then this is going back to England. I just woke up, looked out my window because we had a balcony room. And I saw this castle in England, so I took a picture of it. We were about an hour away from port. I looked up this castle. I can't remember the name of it, but it's about 200 years old. It's currently vacant. Someone had purchased it about 8 years ago, wanting to make it into like an exclusive hotel, but they haven't really made any progress with it yet. But I just thought it was cool. Just seeing these random castles everywhere is just so cool. And that's a young castle. It's like 200 years old. So, but like I said, I condensed about 1,600 pictures into 70 just to kind of show you some highlights.
Oh, can you imagine if you did them all?
Yeah. We wouldn't have anyone left, I don't think. But so to talk more about the cruise, I'd never really wanted to go on a cruise. I'd always been kind of like cautious because, I don't know, you're kind of like stuck on a ship. I feel like,
yeah, you're
stuck on a ship in the sea, and if someone gets sick, like a whole bunch of people are gonna get sick. That's just like the person in me. But we did it, and I'll definitely go on a cruise again. Like, it was a blast. The benefits, I guess the positives are you're taken to wherever you're going. Like, you don't have to plan transportation. You don't have to plan like where you're going to eat. Like, they're right there. You get like the drink package, and they're waiting on you throughout the ship. Like, you can go anywhere, and you just order whatever you want, and they give it to you. It was so stress-free being on the ship. We all did catch a cold on the ship. Like, I had a fever for a day, but it was a day at sea, so I didn't miss any excursions. I was better within 2 days. Like, I was fine. My wife did get a little bit sick longer. She did miss an excursion. That's why she didn't go to Inverness. My boys, they had like a cold. It was just cold symptoms though. Like, it was nothing serious. Probably like a third of the ship had the cold at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that is like the big negative part of it. But fortunately, we didn't get like severely sick. We didn't have to like go see a doctor or anything like that. There is medical crew on a ship. There's a whole clinic there. But yeah, the restaurant. There was probably like 8 restaurants on the ship where you can make reservations. or there's a buffet that you can eat at. So there's lots of bars. There's a casino. There's stores. If you saw the video I posted on IG when I took a tour of it, there's like a basketball court, a track, an outdoor theater, an indoor theater.
Wow.
Everything you would need is on that ship. And it, like I said, it's stress-free. Like, you don't have to worry about where you're staying. They're taking you there. You got the set hours there. And then the negative is like the excursions are short. You know, basically from 7, 8, or 9 a.m. until 6 or 7 p.m. So what we learned is to not do tours, to just do it on our own. Because like Edinburgh was a tour, and we wish we would have just done it on our own. Because a lot of that time is like stuff that didn't interest us. It was kind of like a waste of time for us, you know?
Yeah.
But it was our first, time doing this, so it's a learning experience.
Now, did you did you eat at any of the restaurants that you had to have a reservation?
Yes.
And did you have to dress for that?
No.
Okay.
So they do have dress up days. It's not enforced.
Okay. Yeah, because I've been on 2 cruises, but hell, my last one was probably close to 16 years ago. Because I think Jordan was only 2. She just turned 18 on Sunday. But yeah, that yeah, the first one I went on with, I went with Sydney, who was my only daughter at the time, and a couple. I have a friend. She booked the cruises. She had a hair salon and she booked the cruises. So her and her husband went, and then my other friend, which was the sister of the girl that books the cruises, her and her husband went, and their little daughter, and then their mom went. I had a blast. Their mother, she was crazy. She was funny, but yeah, we had a blast. But yeah, I mean, since Vicky, the one that booked the cruises, she went on cruises all the time. Every night we ate, we had to dress up. So that was a little annoying, but
yeah,
I don't know if you had to or not.
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 it was a 12-day cruise. There was 2 or 3 dress your best days. We didn't bring any clothes for that. We're not gonna do that. We did, and only one of those nights we had a reservation. We showed up in our t-shirts, and everyone else was dressed up. But it didn't think it mattered really. We got looks, but it wasn't like enforced. Like they didn't block us or anything. I think if we were eating like at the captain's table or something, enforced, and they probably wouldn't have let us. But yeah, I'm not packing stuff like that for a vacation.
Yeah. Okay, now I have a couple more questions that I wanted to know. What products did you pack?
Oh, good one. So I brought Educated Beards, I brought True North, and I brought Grindstone. So I brought oil, balm, and butter. And I did bring Copper John's mustache wax. I may have used it a couple times. The beard wash was Educated Beards. So on a cruise, it definitely affects your beard.
The salt water.
Yeah, that salt air definitely gets in your beard, and it was not as soft as it usually is. Like by like a couple hours after fixing my beard, it was like hard to comb through. I was surprised. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, that's about that.
I can't even get it. Pops up by you by accident.
Yeah. So maybe,
and-
maybe liquid butter would have helped. I don't know. Maybe conditioner, because I don't use beard conditioner that often. Maybe that would have helped.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that was what it was. Saltaire.
And I'm gonna guess you probably didn't have time, but did you find any companies over there?
No. So we did go to like a kind of like a CVS type store in Inverness, and I didn't see any beard products in the store. And then all the like other stores, gift shops and stuff like that, I didn't really see much. I didn't see any beard products at all, actually.
Wow.
And in fact, like, not many like long bearded people either. Like there was
that was my next question. Was there?
Yeah, I didn't see that many. No.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like a blast, though.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
It was definitely a blast. We definitely want to go back to Edinburgh and just a tour, like probably spend a week there, like and kind of tour around Edinburgh as well. Scotland was very cool. I was pretty stoked that we got kilts from there. I know you can order kilts from Scotland, but just being there in Inverness, right there, trying them on and picking the one that you want, it's just pretty cool. Yeah, so many highlights. So many highlights. And we got this one I got from Ireland. This one I got from Scotland. This is another wool hat.
You'll be set when it comes to winter.
This one I got on the cruise ship. That's the cruise. Yeah. Got a nice Guinness soccer jersey. That's another thing I'd like to do is go back to Dublin just to tour the Guinness plant. Did I have any cask conditioned beer? No, the only beer I drank was Guinness, actually. Yeah, Emu. Yeah, just being there, doing that, definitely an experience. It was cool. It was on Father's Day, and it was just the boys and I.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks, Dan. Dan, you'll be over there before you know it. I know Dan really wants to get over there with his family, and hopefully that's soon. Chops. What are chops? I don't know what that is.
Oh boy. I don't think it's the same.
If you notice these flags behind me, so both my boys collect flags, so of course they had to get flags there. Yeah, this one is one of the older Scottish flags, and then the current Scottish flag, and then this one is like different clans in Ireland. And here's the Irish flag and the UK flag. They don't have a London flag or England flag. I mean, yeah, the history and the landscape definitely. It's just like I said, it's just amazing seeing things that are thousands of years old and still in like respectable shape. Like, not that you can live in one of those castles, but it's not like torn down for landscape. You know, it's not torn down for buildings. It's not like all these buildings in Edinburgh are so old.
Yeah.
Still use them. Like, they still use them. It's amazing.
Cool. Well, you want to take a break from the traveling talk and do a giveaway?
Yeah, we should.
I can fit these in.
We should. All right, so the first one, let's do Educated Beards first. So this is for an Educated Beards oil. If you win, just reach out to me and I will get it out to you. So let's pull up the little thing here. And if anyone hasn't entered yet, go ahead and enter. It looks like let's see.
Yeah, if you haven't entered, it should be pinned at the top of the chat.
Yeah, we'll just give it a couple or give it a minute here. But the first winner, we will get an Educated Beards oil. And then we can draw for the True North giveaway, which I'll tell you when it comes to that. And then we'll draw for the Bearded Respect giveaway for Copper Johns. Can anyone confirm that they can get to the link? Just want to make sure everyone's entered that wants to.
Doesn't tell you how many entered?
It usually does, but for some reason I can't see that right now.
Doesn't tell you how many entered.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think it's about 15, 16. For some reason it says 7, but I'm counting more than that. So
I just clicked it and it showed 18.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. So bear with me. Okay, share screen.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. I entered.
All right, ready for the first winner? Oops. Educated Beards. And oops. All right. Romy.
Woo!
Hey, Michael.
Romy, you have won a beard oil from Educated Beards. So I believe we follow each other on IG. So if you just reach out to me on IG, and I will get that out to you.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats, Michael.
I think we should just do a back-to-back here.
Sure.
So this next one is for True North Beard Co. And you are going to win 3 bars of soap.
I'm glad I entered
Yeah. I do like True North soap as well as their products. But I imagine just reach out to True North on IG, or you can email them if you don't have IG, and to give them your information. And they'll send out 3 bars of soap. For that is Tyler Jones.
Is that dynamite?
I believe so.
Cool.
I believe so.
You still here, Tino?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congrats, buddy.
I think he's here. He did congratulate Mike, so. Is Michael still here? Yep, he is. He said, wow, thank you. Yeah. Tino Mike. Third place?
It says roll again, please. He'll pass.
Oh, Ty, I cannot roll again, unfortunately. I don't think I can. Oh, maybe I can. Yeah, I can repick. Okay. Let's repick. We will do that. And you want it again?
No. Really?
Yep. Yeah, I think I've had this problem before with this program. I'll do it one more time.
I think because we used the free version.
Yeah. Oh, no, there we go. Mark. So Dynamite did actually win it twice. But now we got Mark Johnson.
All right. Congratulations, Mark.
Yes, congratulations, Mark.
But Ty, thank you for that's awesome of you to pass it on.
Yes.
Really cool.
Hey, Tyson.
How you doing, Tyson?
What's up, Tyson? Well, do you want to do the third one now?
May as well. We're on the screen.
Yeah. So this is from us, the Bearded Respect, from our proceeds from our merch store. Scott is going to get you a gift card to Copper John's. How much is the gift card?
I think we'll do $30.
$30. Wow. That is awesome. All right. Here is the third winner. Brad Glasser.
Woo!
Congrats, Brad.
Congratulations.
You're not donating it, Tyson. Bearded Respect is buying it.
Yep. Yep. So our proceeds from our merch shop, which Tyson, I don't know if you've purchased from our merch shop yet, but we got some cool Bearded Respect stuff there. Yeah, we are purchasing a gift card for Brad. If he's still here. Has he said anything?
I didn't see it.
He did comment on mites. He did comment, congrats, Mark. So if Brad, if you're still here, let us know.
Tyson's in Oklahoma.
Wow. Brad, where are you?
He was just here not that long ago.
I know. He congratulated Mark. There we go.
There he is.
There we go. All right. So, Brad, you won the Copper Johns. And Mark, you won True North. And Romy, you have won Educated Beards. Just reach out to me for the Educated Beards. I'll get an oil out to you.
Cool.
What's Tyson doing in Oklahoma, I wonder?
I don't know, but he says he's learning so much.
Oh, good.
I think it's a beauty expo thing or something.
Oh,
You remember right?
So he's learning beauty tips.
wow.
Yep.
Maybe he's going to be a cosmetologist. He's at cosmetology school for his barbershop. Yep, we got you, Brad. We got you. But I do want to say again, thank you for joining us tonight as opposed to the presidential debate. I hope this show was better.
I bet you we beat out the debate.
Yeah.
Tyson's liking your hat.
Yeah, straight from Ireland.
Sweating all.
Sweating all. Yeah. It sure is. So later, well, next month, I've got the Rocky Mountain Beard and Mustache competition in Denver. That is happening third week of July.
Cool.
And I think I'll be heading to somewhere in September. A couple places in September.
Nowhere in August?
I don't think so. I wanted to do that. I'll let Scott answer that. Scott's going to handle that one.
I'm guessing just an email.
If you're on IG, you can just send me a message. I just need an email address to send it to. Or you can email us at thebeardedrespect@gmail.com.
And it's thebeardedrespect at gmail.com. Yeah. Well, will I wear my hat at the competition? I don't know. I might wear the kilt and the hat, or I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Denver in July is pretty toasty.
Why is it that much cooler in Cheyenne than Denver?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. But for the competition, man. Oh.
Yeah. I know we were in Michigan. Just the hour time change was weird. We still had sunlight at 10 at night, which for us in Wisconsin would be very strange.
Yeah.
But
yes.
I had straightened out my beard for the competition and it curled right up.
Oh, wow.
I was like, it was weird, but got some professional pictures done.
That's another thing about the cruise. We were so far north, up like in Scotland, like up at northern Scotland. Like it was 11:30 p.m. and still light out.
Yeah.
Like there was probably like 3 or 4 hours of darkness, and that's it. Dynamite, you definitely have to come out. I'll be in Denver that whole weekend, actually. Friday through Sunday of the competition.
Kyle's sweating like a pregnant nun.
Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, I hear you. It's been hot. It's been hot. But yeah, I was saying like in August, there's the Buckeye Beard Battle.
Well, no, I was mentioning the one in South Dakota.
Oh, that's in September.
Oh, I thought that was at the end of August.
No. Nope, it's September 14th, I believe. South Dakota.
And there's also the one in Nashville in September.
There is. That's the 7th.
Yeah.
So the 7th is Nashville. The South Dakota, Sioux Falls, South Dakota is the 14th, and then Detroit's the 21st.
I told Scott Turner I can't make them all.
Yeah. And the one in Ohio, like, I'm really interested in the Buckeye Beard Battle.
Yeah, I would love to go to that.
It's not like, I don't know. It would cost more for me to do that one than like Detroit or Nashville, because you fly into Columbus and then you got like an hour drive to Newark.
I was going to say, if you're going to Detroit, you should fly.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like to fly to either one of those places, to Columbus, Ohio, Detroit, or Nashville. The Ohio one would be the more expensive one because you got to rent a car, drive an hour from the airport. Yeah, so Detroit, fly in, Uber to your hotel. Nashville, fly in, Uber to your, it's just easier.
Yeah. I don't want to drive through Chicago again. That was ridiculous. Spending 3 hours in Chicago.
Can you take a ferry from Milwaukee?
You can take a ferry to Muskegon, Michigan. But if you take your car across, it's right around $100. One of the guys at the competition was suggesting that I just ride the ferry over as a person and then rent a car in Muskegon.
Yeah. Finest Mixed Breed and Johnny will be at the Pittsburgh Worlds.
Yeah, I would love to go to that.
You have to go to that, Scott.
Well, no, I mean this July 5th.
Next year.
Oh, no, I was just saying this year.
No.
They have the Mad Viking.
Oh. Yeah, well, that's different worlds.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know where I'll be next 4th of July.
The three of us. Live from Pittsburgh.
Oh, no, when I'd be able to make it to another one.
Yeah. I think Worlds will probably be my last competition. I don't know. Yeah, working in construction, I bet you were hot.
Yeah.
Riding in 95-degree weather, no AC. Yep, I've been there too.
Yeah, I don't miss working on the shop floors. Did that for over 20 years.
I'll try this hat. Maybe this hat might be cooler.
No venting on the sides?
There's a couple of vent holes.
Yeah.
And it's not 100% wool. There's like, kind of like.
Yeah.
Well, it's
yeah. I'm sure it's better than the other one.
Kyle, thanks for stopping in.
Yeah.
Been here for quite a while.
Yeah, I was surprised you were here so long. I thought maybe you were still off of work.
He's got a big giveaway tomorrow, celebrating his 500 followers. He's already on his way to 600.
So do you have to be present for that one?
I don't know. I didn't enter.
I know there's like 14 or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's get Kyle to 1K. Let's get us to 1K.
Yeah.
We haven't even hit 5 yet.
Let's get us to 500.
Close. Getting close.
So Scott, what so you're thinking about Detroit?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go. I just don't know how we're getting there.
Yeah.
I don't want to take another drive through Chicago and have it was pretty much 3 hours each way in
Yeah.
Chicago. The driving wasn't bad before and after. We actually had to, on the way there, we had to actually have to get off the highway and drive through. It's actually a Cicero, but part of Chicago. It was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bumper to bumper, traffic jams the whole way, no matter which way you go.
Well, it was kind of like that for us when we drove to Nashville.
Well, yeah, it
Drove
was.
around Chicago. Yeah, I think Chicago has always been like that. But what about South Dakota? I know you were thinking about that for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. If it's in September, probably not.
Yeah.
I'll probably just go to one of the three.
What about you, Jason? Newark's not too
No.
far from you.
Newark.
Columbus. Yeah, Columbus, Ohio.
You can hit the one in Pittsburgh. Becky says she
So
thought
that-
traffic was bad in Milwaukee, nothing compared to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
So, well, next year in Pittsburgh, yeah, but you're saying next week in
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is the
Yeah,
Mad Viking one?
The Mad Viking. It's,
Hmm.
I believe they said it's 3 days.
I'll have to check out the calendar.
I think
It's not on the beard calendar.
Oh, it ain't?
It's on our page.
Oh,
It's on what page?
In our group.
The one that I posted?
Yes.
No, that's Worlds.
that's Worlds next
that's
year.
Worlds. Oh,
Mad Viking is sponsoring it.
okay. Maybe I'm confusing myself,
You are.
Oh, okay.
which
Yeah,
is
and
highly possible.
you're confusing everybody else.
Sorry.
Because what's up? Yeah, I don't know if when Mad Vikings. I think they already had it.
That may be.
But yeah, they're sponsoring the Worlds next year. So
Yeah.
and that's the 4th through the 6th, 3 days. July 4th through the 6th. Yep.
You gonna go to the one in Utah?
No, I thought about it. But that's the one. Like it's in August, I think.
No, it's the 7th of September.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's the same time as the Nashville one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know if I can make beer competitions 2 weekends in a row. I thought there was more of a gap between the two.
Yeah, I want to do 3 weeks in a row. I want to do Nashville. I want to do
Good luck with that.
Detroit, and then I want to do Corson.
I just want to do the Detroit one because it's one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, that's one I'm definitely going to go to. Because I'm not going to go to Nationals this year because I'll be in Boston at the same time.
Even though you're probably the closest out of anybody to it.
True. I'm the closest. So it's still pretty far.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, it's almost 2,000 miles from my house.
Yeah. I think it was in Everett, Washington, or something
Yep.
like that.
Mm.
Is that on the calendar yet? I don't even think it's on there.
Probably not. It hasn't. The information hasn't been out that long.
Yeah, it's 1,258 miles.
Wow, that's still a haul.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I do not see it. See, I think it works against them when they put off putting the date so long.
Well, they don't have a sponsor.
Yeah.
I think that's the holdup.
Well, I'm sure it is.
As far as I know, they're still looking for a sponsor, which is interesting. Quite interesting.
Yeah.
Some interesting things have happened in the last few weeks that I really can't talk about because I don't know all the details, but a lot of things going on, seems like.
And I think the guys who know the details don't want to talk about it either.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks, John.
Yes. Thanks. Appreciate you joining us.
Yep. Thanks for listening to my story.
Well, that's cool. Oh, a lot of us may never get a chance to see some of those things, so it's kind of cool. A lot of history there.
Yeah. If anyone ever comes over to my house, we can go through all the pictures together.
That's a lot of pictures.
It is. It is. I don't know how many pictures are on my iPhone.
Is it full?
No. I have 15,878.
You must have bought more room.
No.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah, I still have. Let's see. I mean, you get the room. You can't add room to your phone. It comes with a set amount of gigabytes.
Well, no. Yeah. And you probably
But
get it on the larger side, I'm guessing.
Yeah, so my phone holds 512 gigabytes.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. And I've used 332.
But you can buy more iCloud storage is what I
Oh, yeah, I don't do the cloud.
Mm.
Yeah. I turn the cloud off. Because that fills up like by the first month you have your phone.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't purchase the. So I was like 15,000. I thought that was like a crazy number.
Yeah.
That's a lot. My son, my oldest son, he's a meme hoarder.
Mm.
Yeah.
So when he sees a meme, he screenshots it.
Mm-hmm.
And he has, I think, 180,000 pictures on his phone.
Wow.
It's amazing. It's ridiculous.
That is.
I was like, how did you do this? He's like, well, each phone, I just transfer over the pictures
Mm.
from the previous phone. I'm just like, what? Like, so he's been doing this for like probably 10 years. Just these pictures. I was like, could you show me what you screenshot in 2018? No. Like, It's ridiculous. It's a hoarder. He's like a hoarder. But unfortunately, it's just in his phone.
Oh, Becky always tells me hers is full.
You gotta turn the cloud off.
Yeah.
You gotta just not use the cloud at all, and then you can store everything to your phone. I don't know how it works on a Samsung, but what's up, Chief?
Hey, Chief, how you doing? We're welcoming Brewer back from the UK. Just glad to have him back on the show. It's felt weird the last few shows.
Yeah. This is also a 2-year anniversary of the Three Amigos.
Is it? Oh, yeah, I bet it. Yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah, we all got together 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun trip.
When I picked you guys up from the airport.
Honey, I'll take care of getting rid of the cloud for you.
I mean, the cloud is nice because you can access it from any Apple device that you're signed into, but you have to pay for it. Like, you have to pay monthly for storage.
Yeah.
Because they give you what, like 5 gigabytes?
Yeah, after a certain amount, it's... I don't remember.
Remember when 1 gigabyte was astronomical?
Yeah.
To get like a 1 gigabyte computer was like a big deal. And I got 512 gigabytes on this phone.
Yeah, I think we got 256.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not now. A terabyte is where about you want to be.
Yeah.
But we deal with a lot bigger files nowadays. A lot of videos and stuff that just takes up more room.
Chief, where in Scotland did you live? I could live in Scotland, I think. I'd have to become a farmer or something, but I couldn't do my job that I do now.
I'm already a Scot, so.
The noon.
Yeah, no idea. I went to Inverness, Edinburgh, and Orkney Island.
Yeah, Chief might actually know some of the places that were in the pictures you
Yeah,
visited.
Probably. Yeah, I would love to just drive all around.
Well, that's what I was asking. Would it be better if you just didn't take the cruise and drove everywhere on your own?
Yeah. I mean, you'd have trouble getting to Ireland, but
yeah.
I did look at the train. The train from Edinburgh to London is 5 hours.
Doesn't seem terrible.
Driving
Did you?
I did eat haggis. It was delicious. I did eat that, yeah. It was really good. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to drive.
On the wrong side of the road?
Yeah, it's definitely on the other side of the road. And roundabouts everywhere. That's what would screw me up, is the roundabout. Like, I can do it fine here, but doing it opposite.
But the roundabouts there are nothing like the roundabouts here.
No, they're a lot smaller.
Well, and some of those, like in London, can be like 5 lanes.
Oh yeah, but I'm just talking about like the back roads. Like,
yeah,
they're real small, but you're on the opposite side, I don't want that stress.
Yeah, true.
I'll just go by train or bus. What's up, Ellie?
Yeah, my wife's a little worried about because they're going there and they're going to rent a car.
What?
So she's worried.
Wow.
That it'd be a big transition. It's doing everything backwards, basically.
Yep.
Curious to know if Ellie's going to go to the Renaissance Festival this weekend.
Was that in Denver?
It's just south of Denver, but so the Renaissance Festival is like 10 weeks long, I think, or 8 weeks long. Each weekend it's like a different theme. So like this weekend is the Scottish theme. So my one son and I were planning on going Saturday so we can wear our kilts.
She says she's going. Not sure if it's this week or next.
Oh, okay. Well, this Saturday we're going. And I think the Rocky Mountain Beard Club is actually going to be there this weekend as well, kind of having a table.
Oh, that's cool.
You probably don't know because you didn't have to buy any gas.
Yeah, I looked at it. I mean, they sell it by the liter, I believe. It was one something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it's like in Canada.
Yeah. I do have some euro left over. They got very colorful money.
Yeah. Most of the countries have more colorful money than we do.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't have any paper pounds. I do have a bunch of coins, though. Yeah, we exchanged money. We didn't even really need to. We just scanned our credit cards, which you want to use a credit card and not your bank card.
Yeah.
Because usually credit cards, they don't have transaction fees. You know, the foreign transaction fees, whereas your bank card would.
And sometimes the banks will lock your card up if they're not aware you're there.
we report it like we sent our banks.
Yeah.
Like most banks have like a section if you're going to travel, put in where you're going to be to prevent that. Right. So I do that all the time, whether it's going to Vegas or wherever. I just put in there these dates I'll be here. Because it's embarrassing having your card denied.
Oh, I've had that happen.
And it's just for the fact that you're traveling, and it's not like because you don't have funds, but
right,
embarrassing.
Yeah, it is. And a lot of times it was because I was traveling for work.
Right.
And I had to pay for it, and then when I got back, I got reimbursed.
Yeah.
Well, those lovely days of traveling for work.
But yeah,
so on the ship, did they have regular coffee?
They did.
Okay.
They did, but in the mornings I would have regular coffee with breakfast, but then the rest of the day I would just get the Americanos. Yeah, Steven asked if you were coming out there, Jason.
No, just Amanda. Just Amanda.
Yeah.
Well, Amanda and her mom and a couple other women.
So I think last year we talked on the show how you were thinking about going.
Yeah, well, we were thinking about it at some point, but then her mom got the bug up her ass and started talking about it. So yeah, they're going. I
Yeah.
wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
I don't. She must be hiding money because I don't know where she's getting it from. It's funny when I want to buy something or get something or need something. It's, oh man, but it's the first of the month. All the bills come out or this or that. I always get complaints, but she always seems to find money for when she wants something. So I don't know.
I don't know who Jock the Whipper is.
I think I've seen him. Oh, I've seen him on social media.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Oh, at the same time, the Great Americans in Detroit is like the end of the Ren Fair in Michigan.
Yeah.
They were, when we were at the competition there, they were handing off discount cards.
Oh.
So Triple B was trying to talk us into that. He's like, you gotta go. Did you have a wee pint?
Oh, I had a bunch of wee of everything. Yep, definitely had the Guinness. I had, what was the one in England? Molars, something like that.
Fuller?
Yeah. And then I had the Scotch. The Scotch was good. It was really good. I'm not a whiskey fan, but I like bourbon and I like Scotch.
Yeah.
But whiskey, I like American whiskey. I do not like, and I don't like Irish whiskey apparently. So, especially in the coffee.
I've had it before.
Yeah, Newcastle Brown Ale. But I would like to go to the Guinness plant in Dublin, just a tour. Interesting. It's gigantic. Like, this plant is huge, right in the city of Dublin. When they first built it, he signed a lease for the land for, I think, 1,000 years.
Yeah. I think that's what I've heard.
And he pays like £19 a year for this large spot that he has this $1 billion industry on. Like,
yeah, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They would, why, business wise, why would you sign for that many? I could maybe see 100 years.
Yeah. But I mean, when he did it, it was probably a lot of money. Like,
right.
Signed the lease, it was like, wow, that's a lot of money. That's like market value.
Right, but you got to think that's going to change by the end of 1,000 years.
Locked in at that price. But I guess if Guinness failed, he'd still have to pay that lease. That was the gamble, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so with the Guinness at Blarney Castle, they had you can get certified, you can become a certified Guinness pourer. They had like the certificate that you can get, and to do it. We didn't have time to look into it, but I think that would be cool to get, to become in Ireland, just become a certified Guinness pourer. Poddingtons. I haven't heard of that.
Oh, cool. Well, I guess we're gonna wind the show down here, everybody. Make sure to check us out next Thursday. We're gonna have Pedro from Black Rebel on. Should be a exciting show, and we have a lot of good guests coming up. So it should be an interesting couple of months.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks to everyone tuning in and skipping the presidential debate for us.
Yeah, definitely. Don't forget to check out the merch shop. It helps us fund some giveaways.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. We appreciate it and respect the journey. We will catch you next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I think I broke it.